everyone, coming at you with cabin vlog number 2. So been working away, just wanted to show you what's been going on. So working on getting the second story done. So it's been kind of a pain in the butt getting these big 22s up. They're actually not even 22, they're more around 21, but anyways, yeah, getting them up, I get one end up and I slide it up halfway and use leverage its own weight to help get it up, go on top and just twist it around and get it to where I want. What we did was this one that's cut on the angle here, that used to be running all the way over to our post, and that used to be supporting our loft, but we wanted our doorway higher, so I thought I'll add another log on top and then I'll cut that one off so we have more headroom in the porch. So that was good. I got this guy notched in, which is, as you can see, I notched out the bottom and the top. The log I didn't touch because all my joists are resting on it. I didn't cut anything into that log, or this one, because as soon as you start cutting into a log, even if it's just at the end a little bit, if on this post here I cut up and made it flat, I'm getting rid of that support in the bottom. When it's trying to flex, there's going to be tensile force trying to pull apart, and as soon as you cut those bottom strands of the log and you get rid of the whole network of it, it drops the strength significantly. So I didn't want to cut anything into this log or any of the ones supporting our joists. So that was good. Our posts, we just resting directly on top, notched it down onto our deck, onto our post, onto our column. So the weight directly from the corner all the way down straight through into the ground. That's what you want. I wouldn't want to put this post over here somewhere, halfway on the deck, and then the load's going to be all over the place. That's going to do nothing for me, right? So have it as direct as possible. This header, we're going to cut out, make it a bit taller. Same at the bottom. We don't need that anymore. We're just going to cut that right out. As for the inside, it's getting pretty cozy. I just stuck some little old 2x6 up top just to give me something to walk on up there, but it's coming along pretty nice. As you can see, I made a little cantilever landing coming off, and we're thinking of doing a little L stair going up to the loft, which would be pretty sweet. I don't know what you guys think, but I was going over, doing an exterior stair, and it's great and all, but in the winter time, you're sleeping up in the loft, it's cold, and you want to come down and have a coffee or a tea, and you got to go outside and get all cold, and I don't know, I thought it would be more convenient to have everything inside. It's going to be a little bit tighter, but I don't think that's a big deal. It makes it more cozy. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. Let you guys see up top here. So that's what it's looking like right now. It's pretty nice view, hey? That's pretty sweet when you get up here. So we cantilevered them over the front as well. I'm gonna have to put some support on those, but you're still gonna get a porch out front, which is gonna be pretty sweet. And then just building up logs on top, build them up a couple high, and then make our roof, frame in a gable end on either side. And this thing's just flying. So before I go, first of all, I want to answer a few questions. I saw in the comments there's just a couple that I could answer for you guys. First of all these trees, you can see that, first of all, needs to come down. I was supposed to deal with that, but anyways, you can see it's burnt. I don't know how many years ago, like 10 years ago, I was just little tot, and this place was just so lush, just unbelievable, and a forest fire came through here. So burnt my house down. It was all over the place, but it's a shame because the forest, like I said, it was so beautiful. The things that I could be doing right now would be sweet, but you know, I'm making do with what I have. Secondly, I am Canadian, and I think there was one more, but I can't remember it at the moment. Last thing I want to do before I go is quickly go over how I'm doing my notching. So, first things first, I start with getting a log. The size, I really try to alter them. Try to have them as close as I can, but if I have a big one, then I want to kind of do a small one and try to get them just equaling, I don't know, an average. If I have a fat end, I'm going to put the next one with the short end where the fat end was, right? So first things first, get your log, make sure it's peeled, lift it up onto the roof, which can be a bit of a pain. I like to do, especially when it starts to get higher, it's easier with two people, but I like to stick up one end and then kind of fart around and get the other end up. Like I said, you can push it halfway up and then kind of cantilever it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but anyways, get it up on top. You're gonna set it in place, and what I like to do is just kind of roll it around and see which way is gonna be the easiest for me to fit. So with that being said, what way is it the flattest? I roll it, and if there's a bow in it, I like to put the bow either to the left or the right, not up or down, because it's going to be a lot easier to fit this log flush when it's flat on a side rather than cupped or bowed. So find out the flat side, secure it where I want it, and then I'm going to, this is just kind of a rough and dirty way that I've been doing it. I know there's a better way, but this has been working for me. I'm trying to get them as tight as I can, but there's still going to be some gaps that I'm going to fill in the end ultimately. So anyways, get to where I want, secure it, roughly see how far down the whole log has to go until it touches the other log. So how far down it needs to come, get that, mark it on my log, and then I scribe it down on either side. I mark the edges of the log underneath. I'm going to again copy that over on the other side. Bring the log down because I don't like cutting it up on top where it's sketchy and I could fall off and hurt myself. So I bring it down, transfer the lines through, and just really darken them. I really want to be able to see what I'm doing, especially when I'm using the chainsaw and it's starting to chip out and chip out. Once I've got it marked, I'm going to cut with the chainsaw down to my line, a couple spots. Try not to go over. Sometimes on the width, I go a little bit bigger, just so my log's gonna fit. I knock it out with a hammer, just the big chunks, and then I get my chainsaw back and just smooth it out down to my line. What I also like to do sometimes is just dip the nose into my cut just on the inside, just so the edges are going to be the points touching, so that makes it look tighter. Once that's done, bring it up top, roll it into place, and 9 times out of 10 the first time isn't going to be perfect. So I check where my high points are, where it's touching, I bring it back down, make some cuts, and bring it back up until I get it right. So that's the fast and dirty of it. Yes, I use a chainsaw. The log that I used to show you, this guy here, actually was pretty dry, and I don't think it was really burnt in the fire. 90% of these logs started off like that, black and ashy, and I had to peel it. The worst part about making this cabin, but the good thing is that they're like char hardened. These logs are solid. They're like rock. So I started out trying to use a handsaw and an axe and stuff like that, and you'd go through an axe per swing. Like, this stuff was, I really didn't have a choice. I wanted to do it with hand tools, but when it comes down to it, I don't want to waste my time. So And remember the last question. That is my dog, this German Shepherd, in the last video. So that's a look at how the cabin's doing so far. Just want to keep you guys in the loop. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment below, and I will see you in my next video. See you later. Bye-bye.